Chapter 11. Splice Girls. Get up. You try to move your limbs and feel yourself slide across jagged rubble. Your temple pounds and a sharp pain radiates through your left arm. All you want to do is close your eyes until the searing stops. But as a hissing sound from somewhere behind you grows louder, the world flashes white, and you remember where you are. Get up! Or you're going to die. The memories whip through your mind at lightning speed, the hover plane ride over the Millennial group, trying not to explode, watching Jury chat casually with Rebellion, sitting next to the black magic, your knees touching. Do we flash forward? It's been a day since the last episode and I recorded. I shouldn't have forgotten something this important. Maybe it's a dream. Anyway, winking in the diva's direction for good measure, despite her scowl, landing outside of Ace's High Casino, the Splice Circle temporary base of operations. Oh, this is a flash forward, I think. Instead of having us play through the action moment? And we'll see, I should just shut up, I guess. Rebellion barking orders, splitting the team into separate missions. Rebellion, Monk, and Fistful went after Madame Vice and her generals. The Diva and Jury went to rescue Static. You, Black Magic, and Processor were supposed to disable the pool killers. After carving through dozens of drones, you and Black Magic covered Processor while she shut down the mainframe which was hidden in the VIP client lounge. Then you watched as the pool killers fell to the ground, humming into lifelessness. It all seemed so easy. Until the room twisted and crumbled around you, thick with light. Now as you come to, these memories blur together into one thought. Whatever hit you must be coming to finish you off. So what do you do? Basically, I'm gonna wait to see what I'm facing before I react. That seems smart, but probably is not. You look across the ground and see gel everywhere, pooled around rubble, broken slot machines, and the limp bodies of Processor and Black Magic. What happened here? You zero in on Black Magic. You can't tell if he's breathing. You're about to rush to his side when a shriek pierces the air. You twist around to find a trio of young girls staggering toward you. Their skin melts off of their bones in a deep crimson protoplasm, turning into a kind of oozing goo that smells like motor oil. The girls struggle through their own drippings as if trying to pry their way out. It looks like some twisted ballet, the girls' limbs pushing and their faces contorting into screaming scowls. You watch in horror. These girls can't be much older than Tirana Rain. You had heard rumors that Madame Vice got many of her workers through unorthodox methods. But how did these girls get like this? Aren't they just robots? When the triplets finally break free of their shitting goo, they have become entirely bare skeletons. Nice! Their skin and organs oozing around them like lava. Well, that's nice. "We are the molten ladies," they whisper in unison, "and you will burn with us." There's no fire, you're just melting. The ladies then begin to scoop up this searing goo and fling handfuls of it at you. Oh, this got gross real fast. You try to react quickly, but a glob grazes your arm as it flies by. It doesn't matter how young these girls are. You need to retaliate. Now. Suit up with energy armor and fight through them. Trap the girls with a shrinking energy containment field. Wouldn't that just crush them to a pulp? How is that gonna work exactly? Shrink, that seems weird. I don't understand this one, so I don't like it. I'm gonna stick with the first one. Energy armor and fight through them. You haven't tried this move before, great, but you figure you can use your energy shield like a battlesuit if you contour it to your body. So that's exactly what you do. Making sure the tips of your knuckles are ridged with spikes, you run at the molten ladies, fists swinging, so I'm kinda like a crappy Green Lantern. You take a stanky bean lantern. You take out the leader of the trio first, smashing her over the head. Killing her. The girl on your right tosses a thick stream of burning ooze in your direction, which you sidestep. You swing around to roundhouse kick her down. And then you hear a mad hissing sound and feel something scalding your neck. Screaming in pain, you look down to find a noose of ooze around your neck. The middle girl created a whip of the gel and managed to crack through your energy with it. I was hoping to use her intestines. You can feel your skin bubbling under the ooze noose, and your air supply quickly cuts off. You reach up to free yourself, but suddenly the gel jerks forward as the molten lady pulls hard on the noose. You slam into the ground, gasping for air. I'm having a hard time picturing what just happened. Point is, it's bad. You won't be able to take much more of this. You need to find a way to free yourself, but as the molten lady stands over you and tightens her grip, the edges of your vision begin to blur. No, not like this. You can't go down this way. supercharge the gel. That always seems to work in movies. Try to fly and stretch out the goo. Generate an energy bomb and take out the molten lady. Spirit bomb her. So try to supercharge the gel. Always works. Like, the good guy always has something. It's like, I got the bad guy, and the bad guy just touches the whip or the lasso or the chain or whatever it is and sends energy back down it. I don't think it's gonna work here, so let's use an energy bomb, which sounds maybe a bit careless, but freaking awesome. You're about to try this move when, without warning, something comes crashing through the wall next to you. You can feel the noose loosen as the molten lady gets distracted, so you tear it away. Across the floor, Rebellion rolls to his feet, chunks of debris sticking out of his skin. He strides forward and brushes himself off. Someone just put Rebellion through a wall and he's not even batting an eye. The lone molten lady turns toward Rebellion and cries, "The mighty will fall! I will flay the skin from your very—" She doesn't finish, though, since Rebellion punches her across the face. As she crumples to the ground with her molten sisters, you can see that some of her organs have already begun to grow back. I don't like this whole goo thing. I think it'd be cooler to just throw in, like, her stomach at people. Revive, what was Rebellion's with? Revive black magic and follow me, Rebellion says as he runs. I just realized how possibly offensive it is for me to have chosen a southern accent for someone named Rebellion. Too late to turn back now, as he runs back through the hole in the wall. You can't help but smile. That's why he is the best. You fly to Black Magic's side and put your ear to his lips. Thankfully, he's still breathing, but just barely. Oh, for some reason, I read it normally, but my head, I picture myself putting my lips to his ear, like, "Oh, are you okay?" Like, that's gonna do anything. And I was super confused for a second. The initial explosion from the Molten Lady's entrance must have hit him hardest. You need to heal Black Magic with your energy power, so you take his hand. You can't afford to give him too much power. You decide on the minimum level. That will revive him. 15. I have numbers in my head for this? That's hilarious. It's like if I'm running, it's like, oh, man, I'm running it's draining 3 of my energy per second. That's how this works, right? As you pour life energy into Black Magic, it feels like you're lying on a bed of needles. Then one thought rings in your mind like an alarm. I'm so lonely. Someone take care of me, please. The burden is too much. Is this a psychic attack? That's pretty cool. Suddenly, Black Magic's eyes flutter open, and the thought fades. Wait, that thought wasn't yours, it was Black Magic's. What? You look down at him and rub some dirt off his cheeks. He's so beautiful. It makes you ache someplace deep in your chest. I'm glad it said chest. Black Magic looks up at you, and for a moment the world drains away. He seems so vulnerable. How could you not have seen it before? Thank you, Black Magic whispers, your eyes locked together. Kiss him. It's a good option. Get back to the fight. Just hug him. Let's try that one. I think this is still my probation. I don't want to be super weird about it, so let's just do this. You lean down and give Black Magic a tight hug, hoping he understands the gesture. We had better go help, but before you can finish, Black Magic pulls your head down and kisses you. As your lips meet, something stirs inside you. Something you haven't ever really felt before. It feels like fireworks. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little uncomfortable by the age gap in this relationship. I don't know why that's just occurring to me now. But as another explosion rocks the room, you remember there's a whole different kind of fireworks going on all around you. You break apart from Black Magic. This is insanity. We need to get back in the game, Black Magic says, hopping to his feet. Are you good to go? That's a very good question. Your power level is down to 74, and your health level is at 60. Do you think you need to recharge your power before you dive back into the fight? No. I think I'm pretty good, actually. Good to go, you say, now that your power level is 74 and your health is 60. I didn't wait. I'm seeing the threads here. You hope this will be, or I guess the behind the scenes stuff. You hope this will be high enough to survive the rest of this fight, knowing that if either of them drops to low, you'll die on the spot. Too low, I see. You and Black Magic run into the casino lobby to find Rebellion facing off against Madame Vice. Surrounding her are dozens of guards, all firing at Rebellion. The ground is strewn with destruction, bodies splayed everywhere. You can make out some of the spliced generals and the group members amid the chaos. Then, out of nowhere, a deranged-looking crocodile woman comes bounding at Rebellion. You help Rebellion, you should have— oh, me. You help Rebellion, you should have Black Magic, I'll handle Vice. Crocodile Lady sounds cool, bet she's a wrestler. Before you can attack Madame Vice, she pulls out a nasty-looking gun. Oh, good. I was hoping she would have one of those friendly-looking guns, because those are the worst. and tries to catch your gaze. You close your eyes to avoid being hypno-seduced again, so you have to dodge her blast blindly. Which way do you go? Can I dodge up? I feel like if you have flight powers, the human body is less trained to... right or left are the only two options. Let's go left. I don't know what it means. You swerve and narrowly miss a particle beam that would have burned a hole right through your chest. Very lucky move. How are you going to take Vice down? Flight-based attack, energy-based attack, sweep past her at super speed and hit her with a sonic boom! That sounds way too unprecise. Energy attack. As Madame Vice takes aim to blast you again, you decide to deflect her shot with a mini energy shield. Deflect it into her, try that. Vice fires at you, but you feel the particle beam hit your hand shield and bounce back, hitting Madame Vice and taking a nasty chunk out of her shoulder. Great! Oh, a nasty chunk. Everything's nasty in this world, why? Screaming in pain, she falls to the floor. You then turn to help Rebellion and Black Magic, but you've already put down the Croc Lady, they already put down the Croc Lady, and all of the guards. So this is what it's like to fight in the big leagues, huh? Rebellion. Well, that was way tougher than any of us expected. We really need all hands on deck there. Rebellion says, very impressive work, Taserface. As battered and exhausted as you are right now, you still feel invincible. Don't I have like a goo scar on my neck? You just successfully fought a mission alongside the Millennial Group, and Rebellion just said you were impressive. Now that is awesome. Even better, it appears you have just effectively shut down the Splice Circle, which will do more good for the Fringes than you can begin to imagine. You'd pinch yourself if you weren't already highly worried about your drooping health level. You really should spring for the health power low-level warning function of your meat chip sometime soon. 60's fine, you big baby. Also, it sounds like I upstaged my rival, so that's fantastic. I'm gonna check that all the group members are alright, Rebellion says. You two make sure Vice and the rest of her goons are detained. As Rebellion gets to it, Black Magic waves his hand and mutters, "Tell Miss Seska." Immediately, metal cages begin to erect themselves around the unconscious bodies of the Splice Circle. Could he have done that when they were conscious? Because that sounds super useful. Slugger, you think? Is there anything Black Magic's power won't let him do, allow him to do? I can help you now, you say, stepping forward. I got this, Taserface, Black Magic says, moving in front of you. You've already done more than enough for me tonight. As Black Magic keeps erecting containment cages, you can't help but detect the edge in his voice. He must not be used to being vulnerable. Don't let Black Magic push me away. The moment Black Magic finishes the cages, you grab his shoulders and spin him around. What the? You wrap your arms around Black Magic and pull him into a tight hug. Black Magic stays tense for a few moments, but then you feel his body press into yours. Well, look at this. Taserface and Black Magic sitting in a tree, Madame Vice says, gripping her battle wounds. I can't imagine a more repulsive, pathetic pair. Says the witch about to spend the rest of her life in jail. Black Magic snarls, hatred burning in his eyes. Don't think I forgot for 1 second what you made me do all those years ago. Oh dear little Black Magic, no one ever forgets, Madame Vice says, smiling. Or don't you know, what goes around comes around. You've had your revenge today, but I'll have mine another. Madame Vice then turns to you, the cruelty in her voice doubling. And as for you, Taserface, there's a rather wicked lady out there coming for you. I wouldn't want to be in your boots. Oh no, I wouldn't. What on earth is that supposed to? You start, but are interrupted as Jury comes running into the room. I'm here! Why do you need me to But Jury stops in his tracks as he sees the finished battle. His voice is gonna change every time he talks, quite frankly. Let's see. At ease, Jury. Black Magic stifles a chuckle, and Jury glares at you, his hands curling into fists. I'm gonna make you eat those words! I'd like to see you try, you say, smiling widely. Jury opens his mouth to fire back, but before he can, Madame Vice lets out a blood-curdling scream. You, Black Magic, and Jury all spin to find Madame Vice's body limp in her cage. Her limbs splayed open, blood trickles down her ample chest from a gaping slash across her throat. What? Black Magic gasps. We only turned around for a second. Who could have... But Black Magic doesn't have to finish as his eyes travel up Madame Vice's face, where letter S is burned into her forehead. Ooh, next chapter. Whisked away.